Queen's Blades!
Queen's Blades on 3! And welcome to the Queen's Blades, a Tales of the Valiant actual play show set in the Eberron campaign world. Last time, on our first episode of this campaign, we were introduced to Murray and Trifton and Taliesin, members of the Royal Guard of Blood Regent Diani Irwinarn, better known as the Queen's Blades. We followed along as they traveled to Flamekeep, the capital city of Thrain, for the annual commemoration of the Day of Mourning. We encountered their patron, Blood Regent Diani Irwinarn, who would be queen had not a popular uprising overthrown her ancestor and put the Church of the Silver Flame at the head of Thrain. We met the functional head of that government, Cardinal Crozin, who nobody in the party trusts, in spite of his really trustworthy all-black attire with silver silver trim and extremely trust-inspiring way of speaking. Also met the spiritual head of the church, Keeper of the Flame, Jaela Duran, an 11-year-old girl, and her best friend and personal guardian, the dragon hound Scaravogen. And as the three of them prepare to give speeches on the Day of Mourning, Trifton decided to try and make small talk with the most powerful spellcaster on the planet, who happens to be an 11-year-old girl, and was given instead a prophetic warning that she is in danger. Who exactly she is, not stated, but inferred to be their patron, Diani Irwinarn. And as Trifton was sharing that information with her fellow Queen's Blades, the trumpets rang, the doors open, and Crozin, Diani, and Jaela have headed out on to the balcony to give their speeches. So the three of them all move out onto the balcony to cheers. They're waving. Jaela steps up onto a step that's been built onto the balcony for her use, so that she can wave over the railing. And the crowd cheers, just roars, fills the space, vibrates in the glass, like is just deafening as these three wave to their people. What are y'all doing?
Where do the Cardinal's guards go? Are they out on that?
They are not. They are standing just inside. Scaravogen has lain down across the open doorway so that he is out of sight but still near Jaela. The Cardinal's guards are sort of gathered a respectful distance from the Dragon Hound.
Okay. So if there's no one in between us and them...
Well, there is Scaravogen between us and
them. Yeah. We're going to be great
but no one else.
Because there's no concern with him. Because we're good.
Can I just ask a quick question about that? Mm-hmm. Are we able to communicate with Scaravogen?
Nope.
Wait a second, though. Second question, actually, if we know that Scar of Ocean has this penchant for looking through you into the reality, do we know that?
That is a story you have heard.
And have we heard any stories about what happens if and when he sees someone as a threat?
He kills them.
So we can infer, here's my thought, is we can, oh wait, I got the suspenders out. Can we infer that, that Scar of Ocean is cool with us?
You can
On
infer
some
all
level.
sorts of things.
Oh yeah, right, okay.
And have.
Hey, it's true.
I meant it for us, not specifically an attack on you.
Taliesin is going to say, well, it wouldn't seem that the danger's in here from out, and start walking towards the door that they went out through, trying to look the opposite side to just see edges of the balcony that they are out on.
Okay.
And honestly, this may be swagger and braggadocio here, but just assuming that good old Scar is gonna know, like, no issue with your girl here, and go forward with pure intent, not respectful, but not worried about staying away because I'm not doing anything wrong, and he's just kind of got that certainty to him.
Okay. So you're trying to essentially just sort of look out and around. You're not going out onto the balcony.
Not as of yet. Get up to the door if old Vojin will let me.
As you approach, the cleric who seems to be in charge of protocol here steps forward and just raises a hand, not like laying a hand on you, but just sort of a hold on there, and says, we do ask that it be only the principals out on the balcony. It sends the wrong signal for others to be out there.
It is so lovely of you to just ask. And he walks, moving just ever so in step to continue, because he's not going outside.
Right.
If the guy tries to touch him is one thing, but like he's walking to the door.
Mm-hmm. He's kind of fluttering along ahead of you, walking backwards, trying to persuade you. Make a perception check as you kind of crane your head out around.
I feel like I haven't rolled in so long. No, why isn't it doing it when I click it now?
I don't have an answer for that.
It genuinely isn't. Okay, I will just roll a d20. So it'll be a 7 perception.
Mm-hmm. So right as you start to lean out and around to have a look about, two things happen. One, Scar of Ocean lifts his head and swivels it just to look directly at you.
Oh, hello, darling.
Which is always intimidating. And at the same time, Cardinal
Taliesin has a
Crozin-
couple shots in him. Okay, let's remember this.
Okay.
I stand by the hello, darling.
At the same time, Cardinal Crozin begins his speech. People of Thrain, faithful of the Silver Flame, today we bow our heads in mourning, yet we must lift our eyes in vigilance. 4 years past, a nation was destroyed. Its fields turned to gray ash, its cities to dust. No natural storm wrought this ruin. No trick of fate laid this curse. It was the hand of mortal arrogance. The reckless grasping after power never meant for our world. Shall we forget so quickly the lessons of that day? That when kings and wizards tamper with the natural order, whole nations may perish. That ambition, unchecked by faith, is a weapon more dreadful than any army, any blade, any spell. Let us speak plainly. If such devastation was wrought once, it may be wrought again. Can we believe that any arcane college, prideful of its sorcery, any would-be conqueror hungry for glory, would hesitate to seize such a weapon if it were within their grasp? No. We must remain watchful, steadfast, unyielding. To safeguard Thrain, we must be ready to stand against any who would again dare to endanger the innocent with their abominations. On this day of mourning, let grief be our shield. Let memory be our sword. The flame burns not only to console us, but to arm us against the darkness that waits beyond. And he bows as applause ripple across the huge courtyard around, and you can hear his voice kind of echoing from the walls of the citadel as it is remagnified and amplified magically from different points around the space, so that it seems to fill the whole space, even for those who didn't arrive early enough to get a seat where they can see the balcony. So you are just unable to get a good angle here to really check. You manage to catch a quick glance, but you don't successfully really feel like you've gotten a good, thorough look around.
Is Scaravogen laying on the other side, or directly behind the doorway?
He's laying like just he's filling the doorway.
Perfect. Did Murray and Trifton stay back?
Go ahead. Trifton was watching Taliesin just walk away and looking to Murray to say, sort of, I guess we're doing this, or...
Yep.
Taliesin will look over as they're getting ready, looking at the both of y'all, and motion to check the other side of the door, to walk to the other end of Scaravogen to try to look out onto the balcony from that side.
Absolutely.
I would take the other side, if that's possible.
Okay. So the two of you try to cross over to the other side. As the two of you are crossing across the doorway, the head of protocol is now like just trying to move Taliesin back, and so doesn't quite see the two of you as you move around towards the other side. But one of the Knights of Thrain, one of the Silver Shields, steps forward and sort of takes up a post by the other door and says, "Something I can help you with?"
Nope, just move.
Cat. Work to do. Not all of us are taking the day drinking.
I was
Your
assuming
job.
we were triangulated. I'm sorry. Or is Trifton with Murray?
Trifton's on the other side. I'm sorry, I assumed you were with Marie because you said you were both going. I assumed you were both going to the other side. Taliesin is on one side of a doorway, and I assumed the two of you were going to the other side.
All right. Yeah, that's fine. Thank you.
You will not stand between me and Milady.
Right now, Milady is giving a speech, and you don't need to be disrupting it.
You move or I move you.
He sort of straightens and squares up, and a couple of the other silver shields take a step up behind as well. He says, try it.
At the
I have
shuffle,
eyes of
Taliesin-
silver,
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
and I can see how to quote, you immediately learn, blah, 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 blah. You gain the ability to peer at a creature and magically discern how to best hurt it.
Amazing.
Yeah.
I would like to do that.
Sure. So I adore this, and I'm gonna go with it. Mechanically, what this will mean is once you've activated this, what you've activated is this, you do more damage. But narratively, what happens as you activate this and you see, you kind of do a threat analysis on this guy. This is an officer in the Silver Shields. You probably have encountered him before. This is Sir Garrick Vaynar, who's whose nickname among the knights, because the Silver Shields are lovers of dramatic nicknames, is the Crimson Lance. He is you can tell from the way that he's standing and moving, and perhaps from rumors you've gathered, that in practicing for many of the tournaments and things today, he took a bad fall while jousting with some of the other knights, and you can see that he's very much favoring his left knee.
Moving toward. They are both moving toward.
Well, I think Murray's kind of already up in his face, but he's kind of squared up, and a couple more of the knights, seeing the tension, have shifted into a less casual stance.
So I mean, I think I grab his shoulder and with my leg, pull at his hurt knee to knock it out from underneath him and shove him down.
This is amazing. Okay, cool.
You just put him on a knee is the goal?
Give me, let's see. I feel like give me an attack roll. Let's treat this the way we would your short sword attack. Let's not worry about getting into the weeds of grappling or that kind of thing. Let's treat this like a short sword attack. It's just non-lethal.
When the other two start moving, Taliesin takes his attention off of the shuffling monk that's trying to tell him what to do and says, "Oh, we watched this."
Okay.
Wow,
I rolled
Murray.
an attack of 26.
Because of course you did. Because of course you did. Loving it.
Would you please?
So that hits.
Yeah. Would you please roll a I guess a D6 plus whatever Eyes of Silver lets you add.
Well, to clarify, Eyes of Silver, I don't think it does add damage. I learn if they have damage immunities, resistance, vulnerabilities.
Okay.
And so
I'm thinking of Divine Hunter. That's what it is.
Okay. I was nodding my head because I don't think I used it technically the way, but it seemed to fit really well.
Yeah, no, it absolutely fit really well. And I would say he had a vulnerability to knee damage.
Same. Oh my God. Mood.
Okay, so yeah, then
but
just,
you said a D6.
Yeah, give me a D6 for damage on that.
1.
Okay.
I mean,
so yeah, your leg catches his knee, and there's this just. The look on his face is one of just complete shock in addition to pain, as it was the last thing that he expected to happen just now. And yeah, he drops to a knee with a gasp of pain, and immediately the two knights behind him lay hands on swords and draw. So to change let me switch the camera angle here for a second. As the applause for Krozen's speech dissipate, Diani steps forward to give her speech and says, "My countrymen, children of the Silver Flame, today we remember a land that lives now only in shadow. A nation of farmers, craftsmen, and children who awoke 4 years ago to a day whose sunset they would not see. We mourn for them. We pray for their souls. And in their memory, we gather not only to grieve, but to learn. The day of mourning is a wound on all of us, so terrible that at last it brought the warring kings and generals and cardinals to their senses. It forced us to lay down our swords, if only for a time. That is the bitter gift of this tragedy, the reminder that war itself is a scourge no less ruinous. Yes, we must be vigilant against those who would abuse magic or tamper with the order of creation, but let us also be vigilant against the ambition and greed which led us to war in the first place. These too destroy nations. These too orphan children. These too are evils that the flame calls us to resist. So let us honor the dead of our war, not only with our sorrow, but with our resolve, never again to take up the sword without need. Never again shall we rush to war without the last measure of patience and mercy. The silver flame was given to us, not only to sharpen our divisions, but to light a path towards peace. May that light guide Thrain, and may it guide all. Oh! As the knight falls behind, as you take the knee out from this knight.
You.
And there's just a slight stutter because almost nobody in the crowd heard that happen. But there's just a break in Diani's attention. All Crever, now and always. Inside, two of the silver shields who have seen this step forward and like with hands on swords moving towards Murray.
Trifton immediately grabs their bow staff, holds it out as a shield, as sort of a pointing at them and in front of them, and says, "I wouldn't."
They draw blades and are starting to. You can tell there's neither of them know what exactly just happened. What they saw was Murray attack one of their officers, and now you with the bow staff, and one of them says, "I don't know if this is a plot or you're just drunk. But back off now. Put your weapons down."
You first.
What is going on here? Zorro's voice cuts through the tension as he shoves past Trifton and plants himself, unarmed as far as you can tell, in the way. The officer that Murray just put on the ground says, I want these fools arrested right now." Zorro just glares out of his one eye down at him and then turns on the two of you. What are you doing?
The blood
We
region's
just
in
need
trouble.
to get. Yes. Yeah, we need to see outside. We need to
From
check
where?
outside.
Where? The whole building's made of glass.
And
You are making a scene in the middle of a day of remembrance.
we weren't making the scene.
This one assaulted me.
You didn't let me pass. I just wanted by.
See?
Everyone put their weapons down now.
Taliesin has his elbow on the monk and goes, "Your decorum."
I didn't have my weapon out.
I know.
I think Trifton would just look at Murray and in a, what do we want to do?
Okay. She would say to you, and just, we have to listen to him.
Okay.
What is his name? Zorro.
Zorro.
Zorro. Well, where's the best view?
Yeah.
We
Yeah.
we have to check outside. She is in danger.
Why do you think she is in danger?
Well, because Jayella told her and her super creepy
Keeper in the
Yes,
cathedral.
that's-
Come on.
Right. Well, it was the keeper. That's true. Jayella was not there, according to Trifton.
Mhm.
The keeper, the voice through the keeper, yes, said she was in danger.
Said the regent is in danger.
Said she, and when I asked the keeper if the voice meant her, or rather, the keeper said it was not her that they were talking about.
One of the silver shields, the silver shield whose knee you just blew out, snorts at this, but you can see that Zorro is taking it seriously.
Okay, no one has engaged Taliesin, and they're all still a distance, and so he's just going to carry on with what was supposed to happen and work around Vojin and look from the other door frame, because no one's told him what to do except this guy who can't.
Okay. Sure, give me another perception check.
I wonder if my computer breaking is going to make it fixed. Hey, 21.
Nice.
Nice.
Worth it, you guys. Worth it.
So you look out, and you are looking out over a small sea of people, but you are trained in the right kind of looking here, and so as you scan, you can see that on one of the walls near on the gatehouse that you came through. You can see that there is someone crouched on the stonework over the gate, but below in the shadow of one of the bastions that protects the gate. There is a figure. They're probably 100 yards from you, and so detail is unclear, but you can tell there is a hooded figure crouching there in the shadows, watching.
Okay. This is immediately post speech, right? So applause is still going.
Yeah, Diani has just stepped back. Jayla is preparing to give hers.
As she is stepping back, milady, to try to just loud enough to get the attention.
So she's still out on the balcony.
Right. I don't know the distance there.
Yeah, not very far. So yeah, you're sort of leaning over the bull-sized animal lying in the doorway.
Sure. That's my darling.
Milady.
You know what? Yep. Cancel that. I would like to say that we have a team whistle. There's like our signal.
Yes.
That's all. And that's what cuts through the sound of the applause to get her attention.
Okay. So she is graciously accepting and stepping back, and glances over at you, and just raises an eyebrow slightly.
I look from her to the direction of the figure and back, and I make the gesture of a dagger under sleeve, which is our danger signal. Okay.
She flicks her fan out to briefly obscure her face, and kind of gives you a, what do you want me to do about that?
From
gesture.
Under the cloak, he spins around his longbow and knocks, waiting to see from her.
She gives you a, are you insane? Look. And Zaro...
He taps his breast pocket. She knows.
And Zaro immediately, you're starting to fit an arrow, and Zaro grabs your hand and just jerks you back from the grabs your arm and jerks you back from the balcony. And says, "Are you in fact drunk?"
No. If I were, I'd be far less nervous of this shot.
You are not going to take a shot out into a crowded courtyard.
No.
A shot that is going to pass within a matter of feet, even, of the head of the Keeper of the Flame.
Well, that would have been, yes.
You can, this conversation, you realize has a background noise of just a very low rumbling sound, as you become aware that Scarvosian has kind of shifted his lying pose into one where all of his legs are gathered under him, because you have just taken out a weapon in the vicinity of the Keeper.
Sure. and it not drawn,
Sure.
but not drawn. So the one hand holding. Oh, fine, not for yours. And then explains to Zora. Okay. Who he was looking at and the direction that should be paid.
Zaro cranes his head and all right, good. Go find out what's happening.
Oh, that is the other way. And one slick move, everything goes back in place. Would you two like to join?
I pat the Crimson Lance. All right. I think we're just gonna cool off somewhere else. Good luck with that. And she's just
This is not over.
backing out.
Oh, I would hope not.
On the way out,
All right.
Trifton.
luck
Oh,
next time.
sorry.
No, you're good.
I'm so sorry. Trifton, before walking away, just subtly takes the end of the bow staff and pokes at the dude's knee, and then heads out.
Rude.
As you all start to retreat from the balcony, you can hear the third speech beginning from Keeper Jaela.
It's a full sprint.
Yeah. As
Like-
soon as
As Taliesin was saying, "Are you coming?" He is in sprint mode.
So as you guys are racing out and begin trying to work your way through the crowd, you can hear now magnified around the voice of an 11-year-old girl giving a state address. People of Thrain, on this day, our hearts are heavy. We remember those who were lost in the morning, and our sorrow is deep. We feel grief, we feel anger, we feel fear. Yet, even in such darkness, the flame is never absent. The voice of Tira is never silent. On the day of mourning, the sky was torn, the land was broken, but the flame still burned. It still burns now. And she sort of gestures behind her as if, see, look. Because it remains, we're never really alone. The flame is our light. But it's not only for us. It shields all of us. Believers and unbelievers, neighbors and strangers, friends and enemies. Just as the flame does not turn away, we too are not to turn away. Even when grief overwhelms us or anger makes us want to strike, the flame asks us to shield our neighbor, protect those who cannot protect themselves. This is our calling. Not to let sorrow harden us, not to let fear divide us, but to draw close together, to be a light as the flame is a light, so that in every corner of Corvair, there is hope. Today our hearts are heavy, and it's right to weep. But in the light of our community with one another, we must still take joy and celebrate and laugh together, and to be grateful for one another in the light of the flame. Thank you. And there is just, tremendous applause as you all are now racing, trying to race through an extremely crowded courtyard as you burst out the doors of the cathedral, ignoring the shouts of some of the Knights of Thrain around who are working crowd control. Okay, so you're trying to work your way through this huge crowd towards a spot on the far end of the space. what is your method for doing that?
Okay, you said that the figure was in like a window.
So there's the gate that you all came through, and the stonework of that gate kind of leans out over it, and the figure was kind of crouched there above the gate, in the shadow of the towers on either side.
Okay. Phew. So we just got to go straight through a courtyard full of people. There's
not like walls that we could
There absolutely are, but you'd have to cross the courtyard to get to the walls.
climb.
in the opposite direction of that arch.
And are we trying to be surreptitious, or do we care?
Your call.
Unless you guys call something forward, Taliesin took off first and does not care. He was gonna take a 100-meter
Murray
shot.
would be.
So, like, yeah, it's on. Boy, I guess it would just to be. I unless y'all have something that after our time working together I would know about. I don't have any way to like not cause a scene and clear things, so just diving in and
Yeah.
pushing through is really he's highly athletic, so it would be about just lively trying to move through that crowd.
Same.
Okay. Cool. Give me
Unless he can become Aladdin and start running on top of the people.
So then for that, Taliesin, give me an athletics check.
18.
Nice. Yeah, you know how to do this. You are able to dodge through the crowd, smoothly, like just running through the current. As you are bolting across here, how did Taliesin come to be here? How did Taliesin end up in the Queen's Blades?
Well, Taliesin was a soldier during the time of the morning. Young, he had enlisted with Kyre at a young age, and was not obviously at the morning, but he was deeply affected, and took up the opportunity as a natural soldier, having been the son of a Braelish sellsword to begin with, thoroughly trained in the ways of fighting, and had gone on to take up the family business as a means of coping, and realizing that all of the people that died on the day of the morning died for the cause that they were willing to go to battle, and he didn't have that sense of nobility within himself, but his reputation had preceded him, and so as he gave up the life of mercenary, he had worked his way drinking, carousing, and just general rapscallionhood down into Thrain, and that was where Zaro had first encountered him and enlisted him in, and he decided that a life of loyalty was a code and a purpose that he could find satisfaction in.
Awesome. I like that. That's great. You and also Murray, go ahead and gain a luck point for sharing your stories. And also, you gain a luck point for your really bad perception check earlier.
Oh,
failed.
yeah. I did
This
so
is on
good at
top
doing
of the
that.
5 that we started with.
Yeah, absolutely.
So Yes, you are racing through the sea of people, with Murray and Trifton trying to keep up. Is it the same thing for the two of you? Is it just dodge and weave through the crowd, or is your mode of doing this different?
Dodge and weave through the crowd for Trifton.
Cool. Give me athletics
Same with
or
Murray.
acrobatics if you'd like. Either one will work.
All right. That's a 14, and we'll go with a +6 for acrobatics. So we got 20.
Nice. And Murray?
I'm going to go ahead and add luck to the 12 that I rolled.
Okay.
You got this.
Spending 2 points of luck, I can roll a d6.
Correct.
Ooh.
Okay.
16.
Nice. Okay, so the three of you are. I mean, there's a little bit of a scene. There's sort of a wake to your movement, because everyone's looking up, listening to the speeches, cheering, and then there's these three people just bolting away from this, and so there's kind of this wake that one would see from above of people's heads turning to follow, looking concerned, as with the speeches coming to an end. Something else interesting seems to be happening. But across most of the courtyard, as the applause for the speeches and the three of them retreat back into the cathedral, the crowds start to disperse as people start to head off towards the more festive aspects of today. The rest of the day will be, people will visit shrines and light candles for the dead and pray, but people will also gather with their neighbors and have block parties and cookouts and all the things that we do on public holidays. But for you all, this really helps because the intended motion of the crowd now starts moving towards the gate rather than trying to stand still. And so you are able to kind of move with the crowd as it starts to split and pour out into the larger parts of the upper city. So as you race in this direction, someone, one of you, any one of you can pick. You can decide who's the best at it. Give me a perception check to see where your target is.
I've got a +2.
6.
That's you, Murray.
Go.
25 perception.
There's our girl.
Wow. Wow.
So you see the figure still crouching there, but as you watch, you see the figure start to clamber, turns and begins clambering hand over hand up one of the bastions towards the top of the gatehouse.
Do we happen to be within 90 feet at this point?
Yeah.
No.
Okay. 180?
Probably not.
Okay.
You're probably more in the area of 250, just with the between the distance and the elevation. The distance between you and the target is probably about 250 feet. If you're thinking what I'm thinking, I believe it's within the long range of a longbow, so the shot would be with disadvantage. But
yeah, I don't want to lose him.
okay.
I'm gonna get out my bow, and I'm going to attempt a pinning shot.
Okay.
Let's
Cool.
go.
So
How do bonus actions work when you're not in initiative like this?
You could just say it. Like you could still do it. You can still use a bonus action.
Okay. Because I have a bonus action that would allow me to ignore half or even 3/4 cover.
Sweet.
Awesome.
Wow.
Yeah. No, absolutely.
And I do not take disadvantage on attack rolls made at long range.
Let's go.
Ah.
Yeah, that's the bonus action, I think. I like my vote is for it.
So, yeah. Okay. So then you can make an attack without disadvantage against
I get,
this target.
just clarify, Colin, I get both of those. I just normally don't have disadvantage. I have a
No
great
kidding.
skill with ranged weapons.
Wow.
Right. That's
And
one
then
of
I
the
can
talents attached.
also add. Thank you. All right. Yeah, let's do that. Oh! That's a 12. That's a 12.
Mhm.
Plus 8 is what I get to add.
Can I give luck?
Yeah, I was
No.
just gonna ask the same thing.
Okay. So, what does this look like? I mean, you just stop in the middle of the crowd and draw a bow. What does this look like?
If I can, I would find any sort of thing to climb on. You know, if there's a stall roof or something like that I could
So in this
climb
courtyard,
on top of.
there's absolutely like a fountain or something like that. There's like absolutely fountains and things like that. It's kind of this garden park sort of space around the cathedral. So yeah, you could absolutely clamber up onto something just to be out of the flow of traffic
That's-
to take the shot. Okay,
where I would go.
so you do this, take out a bow, draw, and shoot. Several people immediately scream when you draw a bow and shoot. And a number of people, well-meaning, but in this case unhelpful, immediately because you've had to stop. So the other two there's some space and crowd between you and your companion at this point, and several just citizens immediately turn and rush towards you to stop what they perceive as something terrible is about to happen.
Right.
And so you are immediately jostled, and as people like grab and try to pull you down, and citizens arrest you essentially. And so your shot goes wild and just hits the side of the tower some distance from the target. Not a low enough roll that the worst case scenario of shooting in a large crowded space occurs.
Sure.
I appreciate that.
Yeah.
Can
So
Oh, yeah.
yes, that's your situation. Murray and Taliesin, though.
So how high up is the figure from me now?
So you guys have pushed on, not necessarily aware, unless you would for some reason be looking back, of what's just gone wrong for Murray, but the figure is scaling the tower towards the crenellated top, and you're getting close to the gatehouse at this point. So the figure is pretty much above you, and probably 60 or 80 feet up. The walls here are pretty grand. The tower, at least.
Texturally, is this something abnormal that this thing is climbing, or is this scalable?
It's impressive, but not necessarily supernatural.
Okay, so I am coming up to be directly below them.
And you would know there is a way into the gatehouse, and there are stairs.
Yeah.
Like, there are options.
Yeah. I would also like to be clear before I make this announcement of abandonment. Taliesin didn't even look back to see if you two followed when he left running.
Yeah.
Like, there's no cause to look back, and so he is going to charge in and begin running up.
So you're going upstairs?
Yeah.
Okay, so you run in,
because
take
he's
a turn.
going up the wall outside the house,
Yeah.
so I'm just gonna start running up.
Yeah. So you start running up the spiraling wooden stairs inside the tower. Okay. Trifton, what is Trifton doing?
So you had oh, come on. Taliesin just took the stairs?
He went inside, yeah. So you saw him go through a doorway into the tower.
All right. I have a climbing speed. I have a pretty quick climbing speed, and I'm wondering if I want to vault myself up the roofs, or go to the stairway. Nope. Okay. So Trifton swings the bow around just in a wide arc and yells, "Get back!" And then I don't know how to do this, but I am going to continue to say that Trifton uses the bow staff to launch themselves up onto a roof and move as close. Can we do the...
So
yeah.
Where you are, there are no roofs. There's a big, wide sort of park-like space between the walls and the cathedral. There's not a residential area around here. So you can go up the wall with your climbing speed, but there's no roofs here.
Yep, and that is, I spoke incorrectly. So yes, I would like to climb up the wall. And can I get closer than Murray is to the target?
So let's see. You have a climbing speed, right?
Yeah, 40 feet.
Wow.
So
what?
So that means, like, just to set this in understanding, that means you climb as fast as you run.
Yeah.
Which is faster than
which is already
I run.
fast. Yeah. Yeah, monks are fast. And monks with climbing speeds are crazy. So yes, you go up this wall like someone on a Ninja Warrior competition. Like, you just, like, there's no difficulty. It's hardly a transition from ground to wall even. It's just you are probably the first several paces you just run up the wall before you even have to grab with hands and just start going hand over hand. But you are climbing fast up this wall. Yes, you are absolutely going faster than Taliesin is on the stairs, and you are much closer than Murray is.
Fabulous. I would like to get as far as I can, and if would that be within 120 feet?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
You're at within 120 feet when you're at the base of the wall.
Okay. Am I within 30 feet?
You can get as a monk. You can you have an option to dash as a bonus action, right?
Yes, I have a couple of dashy things.
Excuse me. Step of the wind, right? Yeah.
Step of the wind doesn't say that it's a bonus, though.
Yeah, it does.
I lied. Yeah.
So, if you wanted to spend one of your technique points to do Step of the Wind, then yes, in one movement, you could cover 80 feet.
Wow.
Now,
like a spider monkey, just right up the wall towards this guy. So yes, you can absolutely get within 30 feet of this guy.
Wonderful. And the technique points, do they reset after a long rest?
After a short rest, I believe.
Delightful. Okay, so I'd like to get as close as I can. I would like to pull out my sling.
Okay.
And just use to make a ranged attack. And yeah, there's nothing more interesting than that. So I'd like to...
It's fine.
So let me get a... Oh no.
Oh no.
That's an 8. Is it, do I get the +6 as well? It says hit.
It says to hit. Yes, you add.
Yeah.
You add your your hit bonus. Mm-hmm.
So that's 14, huh?
14. Okay. Yep, that's not gonna hit.
I'm using my luck point.
Okay.
See if I can. Hopefully that's close enough. I'm pulling out every other die. Here we go. Let's go. 3. So 17.
17. That will hit.
Fabulous.
Nice.
So then I roll 1d4 plus 3. There was also something called a ricochet shot. You can ricochet off an object or structure to hit a target that has half or 3/4 cover.
That's cool.
Yeah, but that's
this,
not. Yeah.
Yeah, this
doesn't
this
apply.
guy doesn't have cover because you're on the wall with him.
Yep. Here we
but yeah.
go. 1d4 plus 3. That's a 4 plus 3. That is 7.
Nice.
Awesome. So okay, 7. So at this point, your sling stone, you sort of lean back, flick the sling stone up, and it's just as this guy is reaching, your sling just strikes his hand, and he's briefly hanging by just one hand, and you see the hooded figure sort of turns and looks down at you, seeing you climbing, and grimaces, and then will take its movement to reach the top of the wall, clamber over the battlements briefly out of sight of you. But first, I want to cut back to Murray.
I would just quickly want to
Please.
say that Trifton waves when he turns around.
I love that, and take a luck point, please.
Oh.
Murray, how does Murray extricate herself from citizen's arrest?
Oh, very. Stop! I am in the service of. What would her formal? Would she
Blood
be
Regent.
formally Blood Regent?
Yep.
That is such
I
a
am
dope
trying
title.
to
I know.
help the Blood Regent. She's possibly in danger. Unhand me. She's just.
Amazing. Amazing. Okay, I need you to make a pretty low DC because you are talking to regular people and you look like what you claim to be. But I do need you to make an intimidation check.
Excellent. That's a 5.
Wow.
I would have been
So-
intimidated.
Thank you.
That
Appreciate
modifier disagrees with you. Nope, you wouldn't.
It's what it is that it takes a moment. Like there is it takes until a member of the actual watch makes their way over, seeing what looks like people are getting into a fight over by one of the fountains, and so one of the knights comes over, and it is only this that lets you extricate yourself, and you are able to identify yourself, and I assume once you're not being held back, you're just gone, and this knight is not actually going to get an explanation from you. Yeah, I mean, the knight, dismisses the citizens and starts to upbraid you for your behavior, and you're just gone. you can see that Trifton is most of the way up the tower.
Well done, Trifton.
But that the figure who you shot at is gone.
Awesome.
So you all race there. Trifton, you would go up over the, I assume, Taliesin, you're continuing to race up the stairs. Trifton, you would, on your next move, be able to easily get up and over the balcony. The person is not to be seen. What do you do?
Swear. And then I think are the others within my proximity enough?
After a moment, you hear as Taliesin runs up the last stairs. Unless, I don't want to put that on you, Colin. I'm just imagining running up a spiraling flight of stairs.
That's because you're imagining Colin running up a spiraling wall of
also.
stairs.
It's not just
that's the problem.
Yeah.
No, honestly, I don't want to be like.
No.
He comes up and he is drenched in sweat, but not out of breath. He's this physical exertion, completely doable, but it's kind of irritating. Like I didn't want to do this. You know, I rode the carriage here. I didn't want to have to go through all this. The cloak is in such good shape this morning. Not out of breath, but tired.
Sure.
And he comes up and goes, again, you with this. To where?
Lost sight. I winged him,
Great.
and then I can't see him anymore.
I'm just glad you're here. And he turns to look to see if there's any evidence of on the other side of the wall.
Sure.
So they didn't see him go either direction on the wall. Gonna look and see if he went over the other side.
So a couple of different ways to go about this would be, obviously perception would be one, investigation would be the other.
I would love to perceive.
Sure, go for it.
And never, ever, ever investigate. You know what? Maybe I should investigate. Because, yeah.
You run over to the other side of the wall, looking around, and no sight.
Taliesin is still surprised that Trifton actually followed. I didn't even realize you were going to be here. This is really exciting to just be getting it. Isn't there another one?
And you guys hear by this point the stomping of boots running up the stairs, and Murray appears, much more disheveled because she was tackled by well-meaning citizens.
You all right?
Where did they go?
No clue. We're trying to figure that out now.
Can I roll perception or investigation?
You totally can.
Oh, right.
The bar is so low right now, Casey. The bar is so low. Nailed it. Great work.
17.
What was that? Perception or investigation?
It was perception.
Okay. You go over to where Taliesin is standing, and you see a hooded figure now down in the streets. You just catch a glimpse of the hooded figure in a back street that's not much crowded, running along, looking like it's just in full-blown panic.
How many feet away would you say they are, Philip? I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
I would say that this figure is... this figure is well within long range of a longbow.
Well, I'm wondering if they're within 90 feet.
Oh, okay. They're probably not within 90 feet. You would have to.
Okay.
You'd have to get down more or level with them before they'd be within 90 feet.
Then within a longbow, I would like to go ahead and try to shoot at them again.
Sure.
You got this.
At the simple act of you drawing your longbow, so too does Taliesin.
Okay.
He's gonna see where you shoot and shoot immediately after.
He's gonna shoot at your arrow.
Just for funsies.
I'm going to use the bonus action to aim this time.
Okay.
And then I will shoot it.
Bold strategy.
See if it works. There it is.
23, and I would like it to be a pinning shot.
Awesome. Please describe pinning shot.
When I make an attack, I can choose to shoot part of the creature's clothing and pin the creature's clothing to the
Nice.
ground, an object, or a nearby structure.
Nice.
Okay, so I imagine, and I don't want to seize the reins from you, but what I'm imagining is a wonderful no capes moment, because this hooded cloak that they're wearing, just like your arrow, just catches a fold of it and buries itself in a wall, and he takes like one more stride and then just clotheslines,
Yes.
as if someone grabbed the cape behind.
And my pinning shot following right behind is going to be a 24 to hit.
God dang.
Nice.
So as you have described his shoulder getting caught, I would like his other shoulder to get caught and him to be pinned against the wall.
Amazing. Yeah. So he catches,
fantastic.
staggers backwards, and then another arrow just, and he's just stuck there.
And how far is it? The same distance
shot.
down on the other side of the wall?
It
You
is.
as well, dear.
However, there are buildings and things on this side, so there is a little bit more of a gradual way to make your way down if you want to go the parkour route.
We should really figure out a way to celebrate when we do something this exciting. Like a... I don't know. And he jumps off onto the nearest roof to start working his way towards the guy.
And Trifton is already.
Tristan is just like flowing down
Yep.
the roofs.
Yeah, we get it.
I know. Marie does not look graceful doing any of this.
Nothing's in your way, Trifton. Got it.
A few minutes later, and a few hundred feet away, the
Few
three of you.
minutes. Not for some of us. Few seconds later.
A few
Handcuffed.
moments later.
There it is.
And a few hundred feet later, the three of you run up upon this struggling figure who's trying desperately to either extricate himself from the cloak, which seems to have like gone through some of the undergarments that he's wearing, and he's held to the wall, kind of like shirt by his shirt, or to alternating between that and trying to pull the arrow out of the wood, and thrashing about really ineffectively.
I would like Trifton to
Excellent.
poke him with the bow staff. Just
Which way is he facing? Is he faced to
He's
the
facing,
wall
I
or
think he's
face
faced.
out?
I think he's faced out. I
Okay.
think he's faced out.
so Trifton would push the bow staff into his chest and say, "Hello."
They're shooting at me.
Yeah.
We.
You're shooting at me.
Impressively so.
Why?
It's true. You were hiding in that gatehouse, right? Gatehouse?
Yeah.
Why?
They told me to. I didn't do anything. I swear, I didn't do anything.
Who's they?
Someone just, someone gave me some money, and they said to get up on the gatehouse. They gave me this.
Let's stop there. The rest of that is boring and clear already. The earlier part, who with the money and directions?
I don't know.
You're dumb
It was a
for
couple.
doing this. Who with the money and directions?
I don't know. It was a couple of days ago. It was just a guy in a bar.
Trifton is applying more pressure to the bow staff.
Taliesin is on an elbow right against the guy's head, and I cannot stress enough how important it is that we know more than the boring details here.
We were practicing for some of the competitions. And then we were drinking afterwards, and a man, I don't know his name.
Did he
was
look?
dressed in kind of, I don't know, dark green, I guess. He had really pale skin, blonde hair, maybe light brown. And he just said that I could have 30 gold to perch over the gatehouse during the speeches, and if anyone came towards me, to run away. He didn't say anything about anyone shooting at me.
Insight?
Nice.
17.
Yes.
Can you roll for me the rest of the night, please? Thank you.
I will never get this again.
He seems entirely terrified of what's happening and very sincere.
That is my preference.
Trifton would look at Murray and say, tell him the truth.
Yeah.
That's disappointing in so many directions.
Yes, it is.
You will leave here and turn yourself into the god for this. Yes.
For what? He said it wasn't a crime. I was just watching the speeches.
You turn yourself in, or we continue dealing with you here. I would rather not spend the time, so you'll be turning yourself in correctly. We have more business, and I would like to be able to find you easily.
What am I supposed to say to the guard?
You were
I don't know what I'm
shot
turning.
by the Queen's blades and are awaiting their return for you.
Okay.
Thank you. A quick little pat on the cheek. Back to her. Back to her now.
What about the arrows?
You can keep them, darling.
Good luck.
He runs.
Before Trifton
sprinting
leaves,
back.
Trifton would just like to lean in and say, you might want to think twice about taking money from a stranger to do something you don't understand. And then runs back.
Uh-huh. You all start sprinting back, and it's about this point that you hear panicked screams. And that's where we'll leave this episode.
No.
No.
Yeah. You guys watching don't understand how late it is. You do not understand. We have not played this late in years.
It's true. We did run late tonight. Which means that this is the end of our session too.
No!
That's why I'm complaining. That's why I'm complaining.
Thank you all so much for watching. If you'd like to get in touch with us, you can do so in comments below or over on our Discord. You can find links to that and all the things done by these wonderful people down in the description. While you're down there, push some buttons. Just all the buttons. Any buttons you like, just push them. Leave us a comment. Let us know what you think of Queen's Blades so far. And until next time, thanks for rolling with us. Stop it.
Philip, you set us up.